Hey everyone, I'm Still Human, and this is the first installment of a series titled Stop Throwing, Start Growing, where we're going to track my progress in the solo queue environment on Overwatch. First, let me go over a little bit about myself. I've always played video games pretty casually, and Overwatch is the first game that I've ever taken pretty seriously, or that I've played the most consistently. What I love about this game is the raw mechanical skill that you need, as well as the game sense that you also need to have to outwit your opponents. My goal in this series is to climb as high as I can on the ladder. I'm not going to set any arbitrary ranks or SR or anything like that. I'm really just trying to track and share my improvements with people who are also trying to climb. Every few days, GreenHavak's going to do a coaching session with me, and my goal is to implement his goals for me into the next video. Some episodes I expect to climb, and others I expect to fall. This isn't going to be a montage of all the big plays that I make. It's going to be a 100% truthful look at where I am as a player. With all that being said, let's take a look at how I did in my placements for this season.
Alright, 2056, not bad. I'll take it considering I've had accounts in silver in the past. Solo queue in Overwatch has been the least comfortable experience for me because generally I like playing on teams with a set strategy in mind. But now I'm interested in how I can contribute even more as an individual. For this season, I've been playing as support main, however I do plan on adding a little variety to my hero pool just in case I need to switch. Let's throw it over to GreenHavak to analyze and pinpoint some of the areas that may need improvement in my gameplay.
Hey guys, GreenHavak here, and I was going over Still Human's gameplay and I noticed two problems, or two things that he could improve on that kind of tie into the same trait. And that is the way that he's AD strafing. He has a tendency to AD strafe constantly while under zero threat, and because of this, it leads to him aiming with his AD strafe instead of with his mouse. So going into why we shouldn't just AD strafe randomly is because when you are AD strafing constantly and you are doing it subconsciously, so you're not deciding to move to the left or the right, it means that when you do need to aim, you have to react first to your own movement and then second to whatever's happening in your game. Whereas if you were only moving when you needed to, either from point A to point B or to dodge incoming fire, you know I'm moving to the left because I don't want to be hit by this, which means I need to compensate my mouse to the right. Whereas if you're moving randomly, you have to first realize which way are you moving, then react to the thing on screen, and then move your mouse accordingly. So you can cut that down by making sure that you are only AD strafing when you need to. The other reason why this is bad is because it can lead to a lazier style of gameplay where, especially for heroes like Ana or McCree, and even sometimes Widowmakers when they're peeking corners, is if you're aiming with your AD strafe, you are trying to move by moving left or right, your crosshair onto the target, then clicking, instead of finding your target with your mouse and clicking when you need to. And this kind of, again, almost reacting to what's happening. It's not, you're failing to be proactive. You are only reacting to multiple levels. How far are you moving? How fast are you moving? When do you see your target? Are they cut out the middleman. When you move, start moving your mouse and get ready to hit that shot. There are, of course, some advanced peeking techniques that do involve AD strafing, but we are going to save that for a later time. We're going to focus on making sure our gameplay is constant and consistent, and that's the best way to climb, especially from silver through platinum. So, to give you a little backbone of the reason why we don't want to do this is effect from the Dallas Fuel calls random AD strafing a poor man's awareness. That means that you are running the game on autopilot instead of reacting appropriately to what's happening in the game. You're just kind of moving randomly. And you know what? Effect for the Dallas Fuel is a pretty good player, so I'm going to trust him on this. So let's go ahead and in this next week start working on making sure that we decide when we're moving from point A to point B or when we are under pressure, and that we're making sure to engage our mouse hand in our aiming to stay constant and consistent and get that climb. I hope that you learned something, and I hope this helps your game, Still Human. I'll see you next week.